What if your body has been trying to tell you something your mind refuses to hear? What if the tension in your shoulders, the knot in your stomach, the sleepless nights are not weaknesses, but messages written in flesh? Alexandra Shakers. The anxious body asks one of the most urgent questions of our time. Are we listening? Alexandra Shaker writes at the crossroads of psychology, neuroscience, and lived human experience, drawing from decades of research into how anxiety takes root not just in the mind, but in the physical body itself. This book arrives in an era of unprecedented collective stress, where anxiety disorders have become the most common mental health challenge worldwide. What makes it remarkable is its refusal to separate the psychological from the somatic, the felt from the thought. The first transformative idea Shaker explores is that anxiety is not a malfunction. It is an ancient survival intelligence that has simply lost its context. Our nervous systems were shaped by millennia of real physical danger, and today they fire those same alarms in traffic jams and email threads. Understanding this reframes anxiety from something to be ashamed of into something to be understood. And that shift in perspective alone carries enormous power. But recognizing anxiety is only the beginning, because Shaker pushes us even further into the body itself. Shaker's second key insight is what she calls somatic memory, the radical idea that our bodies store unresolved emotional experiences as physical patterns of tension, breath, and posture. Long before we find words for our pain, the body has already catalogued it, holding grief in the chest, fear in the gut, and helplessness in collapsed shoulders. This isn't metaphor, it's biology, and Shaker bridges the gap between cutting-edge neuroscience and the ancient wisdom traditions that always knew the body kept the score. Yet knowing where the anxiety lives is only half the journey. What we do with that knowledge is where the real transformation begins. The most powerful idea in the entire book is Shaker's concept of embodied regulation, the practice of returning to safety not through willpower or positive thinking, but through deliberate, compassionate engagement with the body's own rhythms. She argues that healing anxiety requires us to become fluent in a language we were never taught, the language of sensation, breath, and presence. This is not a passive surrender to anxiety, but an active, courageous turning toward it. And in that turning, something extraordinary becomes possible. Not the absence of feeling, but freedom within it. This insight opens a door to a question that touches all of us. The anxious body ultimately holds up a mirror and asks us to consider how much of our daily life is shaped by tensions we have never named and signals we have never answered. It invites a profound reorientation, from treating the body as a problem to be managed to honoring it as a partner in understanding who we are. Perhaps the most quietly radical thing this book offers is permission. Permission to slow down, to feel, and to trust that what the body carries, the body can also release. If The Anxious Body resonated with you, we would love to hear what part of your own experience did it illuminate. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you want to go deeper on the mind-body connection, our next breakdown explores another essential read on how our inner world shapes our outer life. Subscribe so you never miss a conversation that matters. We'll see you in the next one.